Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It's Garland here, bringing you another Neverwinter video, and today we are on the PC platform, specifically the Preview Shard. Mod 12 was launched on the Preview Shard yesterday, Friday. Today is Saturday of me recording this video. And today I would like to just showcase some of the new items coming in Mod 12, and there are a plethora of them. Now unfortunately I will not be showing any gameplay today of Mod 12. If you guys are familiar with Rividus, make sure you check him out on Twitch, as well as any of the other PC streamers. They're going to be playing Mod 12 on Preview off and on and testing everything and basically getting us more information. So I do not have any gameplay. However, today we're just going to showcase all of the new items that are currently out there right now for Mod 12. Now, we do have concrete evidence, factual evidence, obviously, that they have claimed that if everything goes smoothly, PC will be getting Mod 12 on July 25th. And then, of course, console will probably get it about a month and a half, almost 2 months later. So it's going to be a while before this content does reach live. However, you know, we are going to be looking into it and looking at these items more in depth. As time goes on, we're going to be testing stuff and see if there's going to be anything, you know, extremely replaceable, you know, as far as new stuff. There is some things that I do like, and then there's other things that I'm not very impressed with thus far. But guys, please keep in mind, this is Preview Server. If you're not familiar with Preview Server, stuff can change, you know. The prices of things change, statistics change. You'll notice that items have placeholders. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. Let's jump right into it, guys. First and foremost, let's just take a look at the new legendary mount, which of course is the dinosaur. And it's a T-Rex. Now you can clearly see it does have split stats. The equipped power is going to be 2k power and 2k armor pen. However, if you do read the combat power, it's, you know, it fears, it roots for 5 seconds, and then it also has a debuff on it. Now there is upcoming debuff changes. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a video together on that just yet, but yeah, debuffs are changing. There was a 200% hard cap for debuffs in the game, and that is being taken away, and it's going to be a soft cap of 300% with diminishing returns after that. So whether or not we do dive into that and make a video on that, but a lot of people are excited about this mount. It does look very good. Unfortunately, I don't have screenshots or anything of it up close, but like I said, make sure you guys check out Rividus on Twitch. Watch his past broadcast from yesterday. He has lots of gameplay for Mod 12, and like I said, check out other PC streamers as well, as they're going to be playing Mod 12 off and on up until launch. Now this T-Rex, the only thing I'm not impressed with is that it didn't have any particle effects. For a legendary mount, I expect it to be shiny, maybe having some blood dripping out of his mouth or something, you know, because legendary mounts in Neverwinter are not cheap. You know, they can go for 20 million AD, and I expect this one is going to have a very high price tag just because it's a, you know, it's a T-Rex, guys. Now, this is the biggest mount in the game as well. It is fairly big. In comparison to the Rage Drake, it's about double the size of a Rage Drake or an Imperial Rage Drake. So if we do zoom in a little here, it does look very nice. However, like I said, I wish that it did have some kind of particle effect to it to distinguish it a little better, other than it's colored differently. So if we do look at the Epic version, which is the, you know, slightly less version of it, it's essentially the same thing, just different colored. And the Epic actually has some spikes on his back with a skull. Now whether or not the Epic version will be as big as the Legendary version, that I'm not sure of yet. Once we do find out more information, we will release it. So yeah, the two new mounts are going to be T-Rex mounts. A lot of people are excited about that for sure. Now, if we jump right into the artifacts, the newest artifact is going to be the Charm of the Serpent, which we're assuming is probably going to drop out of the dungeon. However, maybe it will come out of the lockbox. We're not 100% sure yet. I could check the lockbox. I'm not sure if it's in the Wondrous Bazaar on preview or not. However, it is an artifact of power. It's 600 power, 1k armor pen, and 1k lifesteal, so it's not horrible statistics. And then the effect on it, we're not exactly sure. As you guys can see what Neuro Shock is, there's a lot of items in Mod 12 that do have some kind of feature called Neuro Shock, and we're just not sure what it is exactly yet. Moving right along, we will look at the companions. There are going to be 2 new companions, guys. And we're already thinking that this is going to be added to a lot of people's rotations as far as companions go. So one of them is a Raptor, and the active bonus states you are part of the pact. You and any allies that are part of the pack are granted 1% damage, and this stacks up to 5 times. If everyone in your party has this as an active companion, you're going to gain 5% raw damage. And that's a huge deal. That's going to replace a lot of companions, such as the Siege Master. A lot of DPS builds still use the Siege Master. But the thing is that everyone in the party is going to have to be using this to get that 5%. If you only have a few people and you're only getting a 3%, well then the Siege Master has 4%. So I mean, you basically, everyone in the game is going to have to run this. And then there is a counterpart to it for defense. Now my question is, and something that needs to be tested, is if you have the defense one and you're part of the pack per se, is that going to count? So you might not necessarily have to have the damage one. So you might be able to have a mixture. So you might have, you know, your tanks and your DC or something be using the defense one, whereas the DPS will be having the damage one equipped, and then whatever one you have equipped, you're going to get that bonus. So I'm thinking, now obviously this is not factual yet, this needs tested, but I'm thinking, because they both say you just have to be part of the pack. So as long as you have one of them equipped, whether it be the damage one or the defense one, as long as all 5 people in your party have this, then you're going to get the 5% bonus. Like I said, this kind of stuff needs tested, guys. We can look at it very quickly. It's a little baby Raptor, and I believe this one is also, yeah, it's just a different color. So it will be interesting to see if we are going to be switching to this and putting it in most end game builds, because like I said, 5% raw damage or 5% defense if you're a tank, you know, that's pretty good statistics coming off of a companion. Like I said, most likely this is going to replace Siege Masters for DPS. Moving right along, let's just go right down into Schult. Now the Primal Gear is going to be the gear that's going to be coming out of the new dungeon. It's going to be the Tomb of the Nine Gods dungeon. Now, I'm thinking that we have to turn in seals. Yeah, it says purchase this gear from the trade store for Seals of the Brave. So when you're going to complete Tomb of the Nine Gods, you're going to accumulate Seals of the Brave to turn in for this gear. Now, I did look at this gear. As it sits right now, I am not impressed with this gear. It does have a item level of 500, which will be the newest, highest item level on a item right now. But now, like I said, I think this is all placeholder stuff, because every single piece of this has the same effect, and it doesn't have a set bonus on it. I think this, like I said, I think this is going to change. As it sits right now, it says when you damage or heal your target for more than 15% of your maximum hit points in a single blow, you gain 1% of your health back. For a warlock, that's just horrible. We don't care about that at all. But as I mentioned, it says that on every single piece of gear. And I'm hoping they don't transition that into the actual set bonus, because as it sits right now, there's no set bonus on this. And I'm hoping that this isn't going to necessarily be the set bonus, because this is not good. And as you can see on the boots, however, it's when you kill an enemy, you gain 3% AP. Now that's a pretty huge deal. I don't have very many issues with my AP generation as it sits right now, but in a trash mob situation, anytime I kill an enemy, I'm going to gain 3% AP. So that's a huge deal. That will probably get changed as well. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. Now, if we do put on this gear, it's nothing special at all. There's no... I'm pretty sure this is all just reskinned armor. We already have this, so nothing too special there. Now, if we move on to the Huntsman Guild, or Gear, I'm sorry, the Huntsman Gear. This is also coming out of the new dungeon, Tomb of the Nine Gods. And now this might be the dropped set. Yeah, it is. It says right here, dropped in the Nine Gods. And this stuff is actually less than the Primal Gear. So the Huntsman Gear is going to be 480 item level, with the Primal Gear being 500. Now, if we do quickly look through the Huntsman Gear, so it's 1% damage against hunts in Schult. When in combat with only one enemy, your defense is increased by 1,000. The arms are when in combat with only one enemy, your power is increased by 1,000. So defense, power, and then finally the boots. When you kill an enemy, your speed increases by 1% for five stacks. 5% speed increase, which isn't horrible for trash mobs when you're clearing stuff. However, these other bonuses, single target only, guys. So for bosses, you know, when you're in combat, only one enemy, 1k defense and 1k power, respectively, if you have both pieces. And like I said, this isn't the end game gear. The Primal Gear is going to be the end game set. It's the 500 item level stuff, whereas this stuff is 480, which doesn't make sense because the Primal Gear you're going to get with sills. I believe there's a weekly cap. You're only going to get about 400 sills a week. So who knows how much the Primal Gear is going to cost, how many sills individually they're going to cost. I believe the cap is still the same. You're only going to be able to hold 1,200 of the new sills, but there is a cap on it, at least right now, of 400 a week. And then moving on again, we do have Pioneer Gear, and this is available from the campaign store, and you can buy this stuff with the Schulten Riches currency, which is going to be part of the campaign riches. And this stuff just goes down. We're going down now. So this is 440 item level. The helmet is 1k power, or I'm sorry, 1k hit points for every ally in your team. So you can get 5k HP off of this. 200 defense for each ally in your team. 200 power for each ally in your team. The sad thing is that the bonuses are getting better as the gear is going down here, guys. Have you noticed that? We also didn't look at the Huntsman Gear. It's all reskin stuff. So this is all same. This is nothing new. We have all this skin already, unfortunately. And the Pioneer Gear, I believe, is new. Yeah. So the Pioneer Gear does have a new look to it if you're into that sort of thing. Now, finally, I believe... nope, we still got more. So the Pilgrim Gear is going to be from the Tarmaloon Trade store. And like I said, now we're just degrading as we're going down here. This is item level 460 stuff. 1% damage in all of Schult. 100 defense for engaged enemies. 100 power with engaged enemies. And then Wanderer's Vigor. When not in a party, regenerate 3% of your health up to 3,000. So yeah, not good set bonuses or anything right now. Not good effects. Hopefully this stuff does change. Hopefully they're still working on this stuff actively. Because as it sits right now, there's a few pieces that are okay. The League Gear states that it is going to be the AD vendor. I guess Astral vendor or the Schulten Riches vendor in the port zone. And I guess this is also maybe going to be crafted. It looks like craft from the new crafting recipes. And then, like I said, we just keep going down, guys. This is now item level 420. We're not going to go over this stuff specifically here. We will just hover over it. If you want to pause the video, please feel free. We still have a lot more stuff to go over, so trying to get this video done here in a respectable time. Now, as far as this stuff goes, it's just recolored. Nothing important here. Now, we do have a new Relic Weapon Set, and it is not good. It is not good. It's going to be the Wootz Pact Blade for the Warlock, and it has the same statistics as Relic Gear in the Ascended set. However, the new set bonus is at the start of combat, a random stat is increased by 2k for 10 seconds. That is not good, guys. I mean, it would be fantastic if it was proccing 2k power consistently, but 2k random statistic, if you get regeneration or something, or you know, something that you don't need, 2k, even if you get 2k armor pen, yeah, you're stuck with that statistic for the entire boss battle. I do not like this set bonus whatsoever. I don't know why they have gone with this set bonus, but they have. So maybe it'll change, maybe it won't. I'm thinking it probably won't. And the new Pack Blade is really nothing special. It's like a dagger. It looks all right. It looks nice. But like I said, yeah, definitely not filling this set bonus at all. And as a community as a whole, we've already decided that, yeah, this is not good. The 2k random stat is just not a good way that we want to see new weapons coming out as. So basically, we're all under the assumption right now that Relic is probably still going to be best in slot at this point. I don't know how hard these new weapons are going to be to obtain. It says that they're crafted from the new recipes, so whether or not these will be even able to sell to other players, we don't know any of that yet. Now, moving right along, I believe all of these items are going to be coming from the new mini game. Remember, they did talk about like a hunting mini game per se, as like the fishing and Sea of Moving Ice, and you're going to be able to progressively hunt harder mobs to obtain, I'm guessing, this gear here. And some of these gear pieces are actually really good. Whether or not, like I said, you know, we're on preview, things change. So we have the Grave Master's habit. I think I'm saying that wrong. Habit. It's probably not habit, but whatever. For 5 seconds, every 5 seconds you're in combat, you're going to gain 1,000 crit. If you stay in combat for longer than 2 minutes, this ability will no longer be active. Now, this is decent if you can ramp it up. If you're melting bosses in like 20 seconds, then 2 minutes, you're not going to obtain 2 minutes. And at the same point, if you're going to go, if your boss battles are taking longer than 2 minutes, then you're going to lose the bonus. But I think mathematically it equals 2,400, I believe. 2,400 crit for the full 2 minutes when it's fully ramped up. And as you can see, it already has 2k crit on it, guys. So that's 4,400 crit you'd be getting from this chest plate. So if you're needing crit, you can get, you know, some pretty large amounts of crit. Now this chest plate is lacking power. It does not have power. It has lifesteal defense. So that's something to think about. We can look at it real quick. Most of these are reskins. I don't recall this one offhand, but most of them are reskins. So we will go back into my idle. Okay, or don't. That's fine. Now we have the Rex Amculum. At the start of combat, your power is increased by 1,500 for 10 seconds. Also a very valid chest plate. It has a base stats of 2k power. So you're looking at 3,500 power on this chest plate. And you get that bonus for 10 seconds. So yeah, in a burst DPS, you know, best in slot group that are melting things in 20 seconds, 3,500 power on a chest plate is pretty good, guys. Like I said, yeah, this is pretty. These are pretty much reskins. I'm pretty sure this is It might not be the Hammerstone. I don't know offhand. I'm not very fashion oriented, guys. So now we have the Mordor's Placard. Now this is the same thing as the Grave Masters, except this one is defense, it looks like. Yeah. So every 5 seconds you get 100 defense, so it goes up to 2,400. Now this one isn't bad, actually. It has almost 1,400 base power. And then as long as we have to get it tested, if the bonus defense works with Assassin's Covenant, you're going to gain more power, etc. It also has 2k recovery and also another 1k defense. So there's a plethora of options available out there, guys. There's a lot of new items coming in Mod 12. And this is a reskin of Black Ice. This is definitely Black Ice right here, which I do like the way Black Ice looks. However, a lot of people don't. That's up to you. Let's move on to the helmets very quickly. So this is the Grave Master's Blinder. When you kill an enemy, there's a chance you will summon a Wraith that will fight for you for 1 minute. 1 minute is a pretty long time for that Wraith to be summoned. Depending on how much damage the Wraith does is whether or not this is going to be decent. All these items are 480, by the way, guys. I'm pretty sure all of them are 480. So yeah, all of these are 480. So they're... You know, we already have the best item I showed you guys. The new armor is 500. So this stuff is slightly lower item level than the best armor in the game currently. However, most of this armor has better effects than the 500 armor. So you're going to have to match your gear. You're going to have to decide what you're going to want to do with your character. If all this stuff makes it to live, you know, like I said, things change. But yeah, it's just, there's what it looks like here. Then next we have this crown, the Rex Corona. It's a crown. For every 5 seconds you're in combat, you gain 1,000 power. So this is the same thing as the crit strike and the defense. However, now you have a power one. And this is a lot of power. It's actually 2,500 power. It's a lot of power. Now, it does not have any other statistics on it other than defense. The HP is a little low for a helmet. You can simply compare it to the one right next to it. Or, okay, that was a bad example. Never mind. Anyway, 14k HP. It has a base power of almost 2150. And then you're going to gain 2,400 power for a total of over 4,500 power on one item, guys. That's really good, to be honest. Now, like I said, if you can ramp it up in time. It's just a crown graphic here. But yeah, you need to be able to ramp this up. You need to go almost 2 minutes with ramping up these items here. And then once you do hit that 2 minute mark, you're going to lose all those bonuses as well. So it's kind of like the Rising Underdark rings. You have to build up your stacks. However, you don't lose your stacks of Underdark ring stuff. These, apparently, you are going to lose. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of builds we can get out there. I have no idea what this is. A Hunter's Kefya. I guess it's Kefya. When you kill a hunt, your power increases by 2.5% for 15 minutes. Now, I'm assuming this doesn't stack. If this stacks, then yeah, this is going to be one of those broken items. Because 15 minutes is a very long time. I'm assuming this does not stack. When you get this effect, I'm assuming that you can only get it once. So 2.5 power increase for 15 minutes, and then you'll probably be able to refresh it the next time you kill something. When you kill a hunt. That's one of the new races / creatures in the new map. So yeah, we'll all this, like I said, all this stuff needs tested, guys. I just wanted to bring it to you and show it to you. And then you got like the Saudi Arabian kind of towel, I guess, or turban rather, whatever you would like to call it. Moving right along, we have the Dawnhide mask, 5 seconds. This is armor pen, so this goes with all the other things, and now we have armor pen, and it's also a mask. Now moving right along, we do have the Batriel Shaman mask. When you kill an enemy, there is a chance you will summon a phantom that will fight for you for 1 minute. So we have an item that will summon a wraith for you, and now we have an item that will summon a phantom. And this thing just looks silly. This is going to be... you're going to see a lot of transmogs of this running around most likely. Once you dye it and everything, get rid of this yellow, yeah, you're going to see a lot of people running around in this kind of boar mask. I guess it's a boar, I'm assuming, maybe a boar or some kind of creature, but yeah, it's kind of silly for the most part. Moving on to the gloves, let's get ready to wrap this up here. 10% increased drop of spider silk. We're not exactly sure what spider silk is going to be used for. There's a lot of new crafting recipes. It's probably professions related. And then there's, you know, images for that, nothing too special. Moving along again, the Hull Snapper. Start of combat, your defense is increased by 1500, which is the counterpart to the power one. We did have an item with power. And then nothing to here. I mean, you got some Iron Man gauntlets going on here. If you want to dye those. Yeah. Then we have the Zephyr arm guards. Crit. So there's another counterpart to all the other ones. We've seen a power, a defense, and now here's a crit one. Start of combat, you gain 1500 for 10 seconds. These are actually really cool gloves. I like the way these gloves look personally. The spikes on them and even the base colors on them, the white, yeah, they're pretty nice. Like I said, I don't care too much about fashion related stuff, but it's all good. Now here is there is new rings as well. We'll get into the rings, but this one is the Ring of the Cursebringer. Your attacks have a chance to inflict Neuroshock, and like I said, we don't know what Neuroshock is yet. Now let's go for the boots. Boots of the Alpha. At the start of the combat, there's a chance to summon a dinosaur. So now we have a Wraith, a Phantom, and a dinosaur. Now the dinosaur only lasts for 15 seconds. Let's see if we can get the boots here. Nothing, like I said, nothing special. Moving right along, we do have the Bone Spurs. When you damage or heal... so this effect right here is the same effect that's on the item level 500 gear. Like I said, hopefully all that stuff gets changed. Here's what they look like. Not too shabby. Moving right along, we do have Spiteful Hills. If you take damage more than 10% of your HP in a single blow, you gain 5% crit. Yeah, nothing sweet there. And these are the Black Ice reskins for these. Now let's talk about these rings very quickly. There are 5 of them, respectively. They are tiered. There's 2 blue, epic, and then double slot with offense, defense, and then +5s. All the new +5s. Now, I don't know if these are going to be coming out of the hunting minigame or if there's a new skirmish. I am not sure where the new rings are going to be coming from. But Ring of the Yuntai Slayer +5. It's 5% damage against Yuntai. Now, all of these rings have the same stats, I believe. They're all 4,300 HP and 271 power with double offensive slots. The 271 power is extremely low. And the HP, yeah, HP is nice, but these could have been done a lot better than what they are. Hopefully they do change the statistics on all of them, because I believe all 5 of them have the same stats. The only thing that's going to change is what the damage is. So Ring of the Undead Slayer +5, it's 5% damage against undead. We have Ring of the Goblin Slayer, 5% damage to goblins. Then we have Ring of the Dinosaur Slayer, 5% against dinosaurs. And then 5% damage against beasts. All double offensive slots. And all the same statistics on that stuff. So, yeah. And I believe that's going to wrap it up. There's only one more. Oh, well, we do have fashion. You guys want to see the fashion? Let's show you the fashion. There is 3 new fashion outfits. You got this nice gentleman right here. And then we also have this set. He's got a nice tree on his head, I guess. I don't know what that is. A pineapple, maybe? But it's very Arabic looking. Kind of desert, you know, Mid-Eastern kind of style here. Even though we're going to a jungle, this appears to what we're doing. Kind of Prince of Persia kind of stuff here. And then the last set is basically a bigger turban, I guess. I don't know. So there's the 3 new fashion sets. There is another +5 ring right here. Ring of the Hunter, 5% damage against Schult. This stuff right here is mainly profession stuff. The Mask of the Voodoo Witch, they snuck this one in here somewhere. If you use a daily power and your target is a minion, there's a chance it will instantly die. We're not exactly sure what your target is a minion. So I'm assuming all minions are classified as trash mobs, so you can't instantly kill a boss. But if you use a daily power and your target is a minion, there's a chance it will instantly die. I'm assuming, like I said, you're not going to be one-shotting bosses. Are they going to classify minions as basically all trash mobs? I'm not exactly sure. We will have to wait and see. But this is just a transmute. It's a weird-looking transmute. Like I said, guys, we're on preview. There's going to be graphical glitches and everything else, but you can clearly see that my horns on the Tiefling are coming out of the eye sockets. Yeah. So, don't know if that's intended or not, but yeah, my Tiefling horns are definitely coming out of the eye sockets. But regardless, it still actually looks cool. So, there's that. Then there is a couple new items. Now, I think these are like Timora's coin. You can put these in your tray. And there's a Voodoo Doll. It kills a dinosaur minion. I don't know if it's going to instantly kill it, but it just kills a dinosaur minion. It has a recharge time of only 1 minute. So essentially, if you had Voodoo Dolls, you just run around and kill trash mobs instantly every minute, I guess. Because there's one respectively for each type of race, if you want to call it, or mob type in Mod 12. Except the chicken voodoo is turns a minion target into a chicken for 15 seconds. So that's going to wrap it up for the gear of what I wanted to show you guys. I do want to show you guys the trade vendor, as we do have some things here that are new that need to be brought to light. If we look at the equipment, as it sits right now, all of the Relic Gear is going to be able to be bought for Seals of the Protector, guys. So all of you that spent hours upon hours grinding in FBI to get your relic set, well, as the game progresses, you know, things change. So now you can simply just farm protector seals and buy all of your relic set. Now just keep in mind that you have to restore it. So when you buy it, this is just going to be the base relic gear. You are still going to have to restore it, but we'll get to that in a minute as well. Now the accessories, it's just the Astorian rings, the purple ones, and they're 300 seals each for all these purple rings. No legendary rings, guys. Be aware, right now as it sits on preview, you can only buy purple and your full relic set. Now if we go back into this gentleman and we look at miscellaneous, you're going to notice that all of the items you need to restore said relic gear is also available for Seals of the Protector. Please notice this lanolin price, guys. If you have lanolin, you better sell your lanolin. Of course, we're not getting this update for a while. July 25th for PC, probably 2 months later for console. But here's prices right now for lanolin, guys. 15 Seals of the Protector. Yeah, lanolin is not going to be worth anything. All of this stuff is not going to be worth anything. As it sits on console, as of today, Saturday, the June 17th, I believe the date is, permafrost shards on Xbox are selling for 100 to 200k. I've seen them climb up to 300k. Yeah, 50 protector shards. That's not even one. That's like half of a dungeon to get a permafrost shard. 15 seals for each lanolin. So yeah, guys, basically they are washing their hands of mod 10 and 10.5. They realize most likely their mistakes. None of the new mod 12 stuff has any kind of upkeep times on them that we know about. And this stuff here, like I said, we are on preview server. Even if they increase these prices, like say this is going to turn into 150, even if it was, 250 seals, you're talking about a free currency by just doing dungeons. It's not very hard to farm seals. So all of this stuff is just rip it all. Rest in peace. Mod 10 and 10.5 is pretty much dead. So if you do not have your relic gear, please be aware that mod 12, just stop grinding FBI. If you're trying to get relic gear right now, you might as well just wait the 2 or 2.5 months, 3 months, and you can get your relic gear pretty pretty much instantly. If you got, you know, the sills, it's not hard to farm sills. This video is getting a little long. That is going to wrap it up for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed just a little bit of what's going to be coming in Mod 12. I will try to put more videos as more information comes out. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions. I will try to answer it. But for right now, that's going to wrap it up, guys. We'll see you in the next one.